Crawford and Natalia Turner. This is fantastic to see all of you here. Make yourself at home, Daniel. How are you guys? It's great to have all of you. They're so excited to ask their questions. And actually, I wanted to get in like 2 or 3 questions on myself, but we already have an amazing line of questions. So if you don't mind, I just want to go into audience questions right away. Is that okay with you?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Let's hit it up. Please, if you're talking to the microphone, give us your name so we know who we're talking to, and then ask your question. And the microphone needs to be turned on.
Was that a question? Is there a question?
No, I'm Kim.
Hi, Kim.
Hey.
Oh.
And my question is, which Death team is your favorite?
Mine. His. I cannot tell you how thrilled we all were on the day that he was killed.
He does.
But I have to say, I didn't think he suffered enough.
I'm going to push you off the stage, Julian.
I mean, there's quite a long list to choose from.
I like the eye one.
The eye one's good.
Yeah.
I like the Golden Crown. The Golden Crown in season 1 was very effective. So that would probably be mine. Did Khal Drogo not die of like an infected cut or something?
He had an ear infection.
Yeah, I think that would be my favourite.
Died of an ear infection.
Ear, nose, and throat. Yeah,
Just the ear.
just the ear. They're pesky to get rid of sometimes. Yeah.
Me? Okay. I liked the one where I died. I thought that was really, really good when I had my head kicked off by a boy that I'd raised since he was 5 years old. I liked that scene very much.
Thanks so much.
Thanks.
Hello.
Hello. My question is especially for Natalia. Because how you played with Dora had a big impact on me to be myself.
Amazing, thank you.
What was the role that was most important to you personally?
Say it again, sorry.
No. What was the role? What was most important to you? What that you played?
So, when you played, well, yeah.
In my life?
Yes.
This is a very deep question.
I think playing Feathers with a theatre company called Knee High, and they are incredible. And when you watch their shows, you want to make love and music and mischief. And the director Emma Rice taught me how to not be scared on the stage. And I started learning the accordion as well. So that was a big part of my life because I then had a band from that, Molotov Jukebox. So I think that's quite a role that really did something.
And I actually saw Natalia in that role, and you were incredible. Because I knew the Angela Carter novel. Yeah, and so I went to the theatre to see it, and I thought, who is that girl? And she was amazing. You did all the trapeze, didn't you? All the trapeze and played the accordion, and just had such an incredible, visceral energy. I couldn't stop staring at her, so I was a bit in awe when I knew we were going to work together on the same TV show. Have I never told you that? Yeah, I saw you.
So you've seen my tits, basically. I was a bit topless in it as well.
Thanks so much for that question. Thanks. Hello.
Hi. Oh, that's very loud. I'm Jo, and I have a question for Gwendolyn. My question is, Brienne, in both the books and the show, is described as ugly. How is it for you to be cast as someone who's not supposed to be conventionally pretty?
Well, I thought that was I thought she was an interesting character. And I also thought the idea of having a character that's referred to as being ugly, mainly ugly, I mean, it's mainly very disparaging about the way that the woman looks. I thought that was incredibly interesting to be in a mainstream American TV show. And as a consequence, I didn't expect the character to be popular in any way, because we've been so used to being in a culture whereby attractiveness means such a limited amount of things, and generally one kind of thing. So I saw it as a brilliant acting challenge. I also thought that as a person, not only was the character amazing, but in order to transcend my own preoccupations about attractiveness, vanity, trying to be more of something that I might not necessarily be in the way I was born, would be an important thing for me to overcome. And I was one of the greatest thing that's come out of that role is the way in which it's touched people. That also it's been part of this incredible wave of change we've experienced, where the world is not the homogenized place it was before in terms of aesthetics. And people are able to speak out due to the nature of our technology and say, I want to see myself represented. And actually flaws are what make us human, but it's how we try to transcend those flaws. So also, it's been very difficult, because it's hard to be referred to as ugly and unattractive and people to laugh at the way that you look. But actually, it's in service of an idea far greater than that. And I'm really proud and enormously grateful to have played that part.
Thank you. Yes.
My question is, if you could bring one character back from death, who would it be?
Okay,
Me.
Let's start.
Me. I want to be back in the world again, please. I want a job.
Oh, if I could bring somebody back from the dead, I would bring back Ned Stark, because I thought he was such a... I just thought he was a strong, decent, honourable man who was a victim of his own circumstances, and he didn't deserve the death he had. So I would bring back Ned.
So I'm in a bit of a bind here, because I'm sure some of you are aware that the man to my left is in fact my father in reality. Having said that, I would probably bring back old Jackie Boy at the end there. Just to mess with you all. Just to mess with you all. Could you imagine an undead Joffrey? Potentially even more despicable and terrifying than the undead Joffrey. So there is some logic behind my decision, I promise.
Listen. Lena Headey, playing that horrible Cersei, she came back from disgrace. She's now all right again. That is appalling. Absolutely appalling. She should be crushed underfoot. And my favourite shot in that was a picture of me with many others looking at her coming down the road, all shaved and naked. And the satisfaction of that moment was superb. But the person I really would like to come back, but of course if he did there wouldn't be any series, is Ned Stark. All right, here you go.
I miss Catelyn Stark. What happened to Lady Stoneheart?
She comes back in the books, doesn't she? Yeah.
I want Jack Gleeson to give an answer.
Well, there are loads of characters that I'd want to bring back. But yeah, maybe Ned Stark, because he'd bring some kind of stability to the whole place and some kind of piece of reason and sense.
Maybe he's better dead. Like, imagine coming back and it's like, loads of your kids are dead, one's lost, your missus is dead. Like, maybe he's better off dead. I don't know. You're coming back to a really shit life. I don't know.
Stop being so selfish, guys. Think of Ned. Think of Ned's experience. He's going to come back to no family, a world in war.
They blatantly do have grief counselling as well in that kind of universe, don't they?
Thank you. So, which character would you like to kill?
Which character would you like to kill? You guys are weird. Who would you like to come back? Who would you like to kill? Let's start with Jack this time. Who would you like to kill?
Who would I like to kill? Yeah, maybe somebody like Arya or Jon Snow, Daenerys. They're the worst, they don't bring anything to the TV show. Just get them out.
Joffrey lives on.
So anyone else got a character they would really like to see killed off on screen?
All of them died, didn't they?
I'd like to kill the Cersei.
Sounds like a personal vendetta,
He said, I've got a problem. He should be where I'm sitting. She's an absolute unpleasant person. I nearly said it.
Is Littlefinger alive? Oh, he's dead. Oh, right, good.
I'm going to abstain from answering this question.
I suppose I should say Theon, but I feel terribly sorry for Theon, so I'm going to pass on him. And I would say I would kill any of the Freys for being difficult to distinguish from each other, and any of the Boltons for just being pure bastards.
A bit rapey.